So this one is called who?
So the calves are, this one is a mother who is going to give birth in this month. I think this week or next week. She's called Nambale.
Yeah, it's called Nambale.
Yeah, it's going to be her second time calving.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is also another group of calves.
Yes.
Here.
It's another stage.
We group them in different groups.
Yes.
So that is also another group. Yes, we have very many calves.
See.
And this is where the one.
Cameraman, show them. I think they should know how, and I think you'll tell us why you're grouping them.
Yes.
Like this.
Yes. So we group them up.
Yes.
Yes. So why do we group these animals? We group them so that as we are preparing them to go to the big animals, we want to take them as in groups. Yeah. Because even as a student who is going to a new school, is entering into a new environment, he needs to go with maybe his friends. So we take them in a group of maybe like 5, so that they are not bullied by the big animals. So that they go in groups. That's why we group them, so that they know themselves already. Yes.
So these ones are not yet turned?
These ones are not, because these ones are still calves. You can still see these ones are still young. You have just dehorned them of recent. Yeah. So when it's born like this, that one has just been born like 4 days back. Yeah. Just like 4 days back. These ones are also just in months old. 1, 2, 1 month, 3 weeks here.
Then these ones are for how many months?
Those ones are ranging from 4 months. 4 months, 5 months.
Yes. I see they are enjoying food.
Yes.
And the other ones are already tagged. Those ones I look a bit older than these ones.
Yes, those ones are a bit older than these ones.
So those ones are for how?
Also, they are ranging between, like, they just the groups separate from each other, maybe like 3 weeks or 1 month. That's the difference, but they're the same age group. Yes.
But now another question that I may pose for you.
Yes.
Do you sell them? And if in case you're selling them, how much each calf?
Yeah, we don't actually sell our calves.
You're still building.
Yeah, we don't sell calves, but if one person may need, they can be in touch, but we don't sell our calves actually, because we are building. We have a generation of cows we want to build for now. So we sell, or is when we are selling, we sell maybe the mothers.
Those ones that are
but
worn
not
out.
the calves. The ones that are. No, even if it's are heifers and they're in calves for their first time, those are the ones we can sell, but calves we don't. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now there is another one here, and even when I members, when you move around here, you see that even the feeding troughs are quite different for the older animals compared to these young ones. These ones have independent or a single feeder. They don't eat together. I don't know why do you do this?
Yeah, to separate each of them, and to separate each of them to make them independent also, because when it is born, we want to feed it separately and also know how it's doing. That's why we separate its water. Yeah. And also to prevent wastage, because these young cows do a lot of wastage.
I will ask you, how did you start?
Okay, so starting up the farm, originally the farm started as an idea.
Yes.
Started as an idea from my father, Mr. Lugolovi Henry site. We're a small family living in Machinde.
Where is Machinde?
Machinde in Kampala.
Kampala.
So we're staying in Kampala, in Anaban home. But even in Anaban home, we had one cow. We had a cow which we used to take care of. We used to go and buy. My father used to buy when we were very young. He used to buy matoke peelings. Every time he comes back from work,
he feed it. The matoke
yes, so we feed it. So it started as an idea, even before acquiring this land in Namlonge. We had a cow in, so the passion, so starting the farm, it was actually an idea of my father. He had all along. It was like a vision he had that, you know what, I love farming and I need to do this. Because I believe our grandfather, his father used to do farming, but on a small scale.
On a small scale.
I wouldn't say it was commercial at any time. It was having coffee, eat at home, have matoke, have like 2 cows for family consumption. But doing as a business, it was an idea he had and he wanted to put it in place. So I believe it started as a small idea. Then it started as making us, the children, also love it. So we loved the idea of farming. So we had that one cow. Then we said, one time we're going to sell that cow. Then it was like, we shouldn't sell this cow. How about we get a bigger piece of land,
yes,
and we do farming at a bigger scale, a commercial scale.
Yes.
So that's how we managed to get this land in Namlonge. We sit on 28 acres.
You on 28
Yeah,
acres?
We sit on 28 acres,
Yeah.
doing fully commercial farming.
So did you start with 28 acres, or you keep on expanding?
We started with 20 acres, then we added on the rest.
GSP African Pearl, once again, I think I should request you not to get bored of us, as we are almost winding up with the exercise. We have been in the section of calves. Right now we are in the section of the adult ones. The cows, I think you can see them, they are feeding well, they are healthy. So for manager, you can once again introduce yourself.
Yes, so John Kasiri Vumukiriza is my name.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
So here we are at our cow barn. Here, our cow shelter, anything that you would like to call it.
Mm.
This is where the big animals, the ones that are in production, the ones that are being steamed, the one also the heifers,
yes,
are kept. Because earlier on we saw where the calves stay, the calf shelter. So this is the ones for the big cows. So it is grouped into three, I would call them three divisions. So the first division is
yes,
the feeding area, which is this one.
The feeding area.
And then the next one there is the walking area, where you're seeing them walking around.
Yes.
And then down there
yes,
is the resting area.
Yes.
So in those divisions, in the resting area, what we have there,
yes,
that brown thing that looks brown is rice husks.
Yes.
Why rice husks that we put there? In a ditch of 2 feet, yes, so it is a ditch of 2 feet. So I have a mattress actually of 2 feet.
Because I was going to ask you,
yes,
how do you construct this cattle house?
Yes, so down there it is a ditch of 2 feet. So in a ditch of 2 feet we feed it with rice husks, so that these cows can have a bed, maybe
yes,
even bigger than bed some of us sleep on, to have a huge bed. So that is where they rest. You can see them. They are very comfortable where they are.
Yeah, I see.
Then on coming here, yes, to the next part,
yeah,
we have, which is the walking area. So
yeah,
on the walking area is where we have the water points here.
Yes, yes.
The water troughs. So I told you the water is automated, as you can see. The water is automated. It comes in every time. Every time a cow drinks, the water goes back. So water runs 24 hours. 24 hours. Or 24 hours. So there are different water points, as you can see. There is there, and also there is there. So there are separate water points that are.
Maybe where I will start from.
Yes.
Is about the water supply.
Yes.
Why did you automate the water?
I think to make it easy for the people that work in the, yes, you want to make work easy as much for the people who work in the in the shelter. You want to make them, because if they are to get jerry cans and start collecting water daily, you need maybe now 2 people for only that work on a daily, because carrying jerry cans, these cows can consume up to, let me say, 3,000 liters of water a day. So how can you carry all that water in a day? So, but automating it, yes, makes it easy, and also, yes, making water available to the cows every time. Because a human can get tired and not bring the water, but yes, these cows need water every day. So
okay,
yes,
and you may even fail to determine the amount of water that it takes a day. Yes. But if you automate it for if it is automatic, it's a cow to determine itself.
To determine itself,
yes, can consume,
yes, at its own will.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
This is wonderful.
Yes.
So now I'm saying, which type of grass are they eating?
So here our cows are eating a mixture, what we call a total mix ratio,
yes,
of feed.
Yes.
So in that we have we don't feed them on one thing at a time. We do a mixture of different things we feed them on.
Yeah.
So we feed them on dried matter.
Yes.
Dried matter, which for us we do hay.
Yes.
Hay from Croix Guyana. Croix Guyana. Then we also feed them on napier. For us, the napier type we have, which is the fresh matter, is super napier. I don't know if you have heard about it. Super napier pak chong.
Yes.
A very hybrid pasture, with high in protein. It is very palatable.
Yes.
It is very adaptable to the animals and doesn't have fur. So we advise very many farmers, if you're there and you're a farmer and you want the best pasture, I would recommend Super Napier, which is pak chong. We have the seedlings here, we sell them, the stems. It is a very good pasture to rot. You will change all your dynamics of feeding your animals. So the other that we have is silage. Silage is the fermented feed. Fermented feed that has been fermented and given to these animals. So that is the mixture we have. But also, since these are animals in production, we have a dairy meal, a mixture of supplements that we add. Many people just call it, I add in my cows, I add maize bran to supplement. But maize bran only is not enough. You need to have a formula that you mix. In that formula, you may have mineral salts, you may have wheat bran, you may have let me say you may have sunflower, cotton, so the different things to make sure this you boost this cow, because if this cow is giving me 20 liters, I would want to boost it to give me 25. So that's why we feed them like that.
Okay.
Yes.
But now I'm seeing here, this cow has a white spot in its head, and the other one. But if you look at the other one, it's not having a white spot, and there is another one which is brown in color. And they are not all owned. Then there is another one is many white color. It's like I think in I don't know. Are they of the same breed?
So all these cows are fresian, all even the brown one.
They are
fresian. But the brown one, the mother was a Jersey. But the father was the fresian, the bull. So, and these other ones, they are all fresian. But even in breeding, even in fresian cows, you have what they call different bulls. You get what I'm saying? It's now like me saying we are all Ugandans, but in Ugandans we have Banyankole, Bachiga, Baga, So with that, it makes it have different bulls. That's why every cow has its own features. The features are got from the father, who is the bull. That is why they all look different.
So I don't know. To have the startup cow, where did you get it?
So we had one cow before, but as we started the farm, we bought some 3 cows from
where?
From nearby farmers. One of them we bought it from Mukono. There is a farm there called Chitale Farm. We bought 2 cows from there. Then it started. But with those, we kept on multiplying from those.
Using insemination. You said when you were in the calf section, you said that you are using insemination.
Artificial insemination. Yes. We use only artificial insemination.
Okay. So the other one is the water trap.
Yes.
In that it is quite different from the one of the calves.
Yeah, so it's quite different, because from the calves you are always doing very many changes. That is why it is different. But this one is permanent. Yes.
Okay. But now I saw that maybe in feeding these cattle, you feed them in shifts. But what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing feeds. Do they eat each and every time, or there's?
We give them in shifts. We give them in 2 shifts. You're right. So we feed them early morning at 3 to 4 a.m. Then also feed them again at 1 to 1:30. That's the second feeding.
So I'm seeing they are all tagged. Which one? How do you identify that this one has just given birth and this one has?
So the ones this side are the ones in production. The ones this side, because they have to be nearer to the milking point, which is there.
The other one is the milking. We call it milking part.
That one is a milking line. Just for cows.
I think maybe cameraman, you can extend this side. I'm seeing also some. What is that? Is it a cement?
That is a mineral block.
A mineral block?
Yes, a mineral block. I call it a salt.
It is a salt? Yes. What is its purpose?
Cows need, because as humans when you are eating our food, we put salt in our sauce. Cows don't have that opportunity to put salt in their feed, but they also require salt in their body. So what you do, you just go ahead and put mineral blocks there for the animals to take the salt at any time of their convenience when they feel like they require the salt. Because each cow, depending on how much it eats, it requires salt, even just as us humans do. But with cows, you can't give it in its feed because you don't know the amount it needs. So by not knowing that, you have to just make sure it's available so it can take any time it feels like it wants.
Okay, but is it not expensive?
No, it's not expensive.
How long that we, how much did you buy that?
That one is I think 35,000. You can eat have it like for a month.
It can last for a month.
Yes.
It's now it is cost effective. Now I've seen the cows are feeding every day. I believe they are byproducts.
Yes.
Where do you take the? How do you use the cow dung?
So we use the cow dung, as you have seen when we have collected some outside there. So we use the cow dung for biogas, we shall see. We use it for biogas, and also we don't sell our cow dung, we put it in our gardens as manure. Yes, so we utilize all our cow dung. Okay,
maybe it cut you short. When we were in the calf pen, we didn't see anything like a fan.
Yes.
But here I'm seeing something rotating around as if it is it's a fan. Yes. What's it?
So it is for taking out the bad smell. As you can see, we are here, but you don't have any bad smell.
Here it's like a living room.
Yes, it is cool because these animals are supposed to be in a cool environment. That is why we have that fan to take out the bad air that can be inside, and also that's why we have trees around here to make sure this environment is cool for these animals.
Is it a piece of advice to fellow farmers who are watching who will feel like diving into dairy farming?
Yes.
To have that.
Yes, it is advice because it would be good for the farmers, because the moment you put these animals somewhere, animals are also like humans. They can easily get stressed even just over something like an environment which is not good. So to make the environment good for them, you can put up things like that. You have seen in Europe, they put even speakers for the animals to listen to music. Animals, yes, animals be there and they listen to music.
By the way, you talked about taking in Tanzania to Europe and where.
Yes.
And you yourself, you told me that you got some knowledge from Europe.
Yes.
How did they do?
So you apply through the organization of UNIFA. First of all, you have to be a member of the Uganda Uganda National Youth Farmers Federation Association.
Yes.
So when you're a member, you can get to apply for the intake to, let me say, in a year there happens 3 of them. So they take, or is they take like about 10 to 11 young farmers to Europe. You can have an exchange program for 3 months, and it is fully paid. You don't pay anything. It is funded by the government of Germany.
Okay, but do they also have this kind of structure?
They have the best structures, the best. You can, it is a very big opportunity of exposure out there. Yes.
But also, even the other, my questions were based on the cattle, the calf section.
Yes.
In the calf section, I saw bulbs.
Yes.
Here also there are bulbs, but again, I'm seeing some white iron sheets.
Yes.
So
the white iron sheets you can see to make sure we create light in the room.
Enough light?
Yes, you can see enough light, especially where the animals rest from. We try to create enough light for them, enough light. Because if the room was, the house was dark, it's not good for the animals. So we try to create, since they are not always in the sun, so we put the transparent sheets to create light in the house. Yes.
And now I'm seeing the whole place is just open like that.
Yes.
And this place is just near the swamp. How do you really control coldness? Is the coldness good for animals?
Heat is not good for the animals. Too much coldness is also not good. But remember, these animals are built differently from us human beings. Cows are built differently from a sheep or goats. Cows can withstand any weather. These cows can be in a rainy season. Let me say people who have cows that are on free range, they can stay there year in year out without getting any challenge. So being it cold is never a huge problem for cows.
Maybe to cut it short,
yes,
I will ask you about the market of milk. You have market for milk?
Yes, so first we have our market because we have our own dairy, which is in Gaza town, the biggest town around here, which is Gaza town. So that is where we have our dairy. So we have our dairy there. We take all our milk there in the dairy, and it is sold. So market is there. Actually, the market at our dairy cannot satisfy. People require more milk. That's why we try to make sure we have more cows in production.
Yes. Okay. Which is wonderful. So, members, what's your advice to those who are trying to venture or would like to venture into cattle dairy production?
Yeah, so my advice would be, do you know this dairy sector is a good one? I would really tell you. When you have land, you can start. It is always about starting.
Yes.
It may not be even a site farm. Look in your region. If you cannot, then you can come here. Look for the best farm you can find and learn. The first thing is learning. You can't enter into a venture where you don't want to first learn.
Yes.
First learn how things are done,
yes,
and then this will help you and guide you on how to run your business. Because even us, before starting site farm, trust me, we had to first do a series of learning. We had to learn, go to Kenya, benchmark.
Yes.
Some of the things you see here we are not got from our heads. We got them maybe from Kenya. Yes.
You're saying, you mentioned about Kenya?
Yes, because in East Africa, Kenya is the biggest, has the biggest dairy, the biggest dairy sector. So most of the things that we do here, we benchmark a lot from Kenya. So we try to learn from Kenyans and how they do. Because remember, Kenyans do urban farming. They do farm from a small area. You can find a 1 acre piece of land, someone has 100 cows. Yet I can fail to have 100 cows on 100 acres.
But so because I've been watching on you, I've been perusing on YouTube, and I find that even in Kenya they even make upstairs for cattle.
Yes, because they want to utilize space, which they don't have, which first we have here.
So which means Kenya is the biggest producer of milk in East Africa.
In East Africa, yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So I think we are going to end by asking, what's your future plan? Are you planning to bring for us the beef department also?
Which is in our plan, because we have another farm in Luwero. We want to put it in. We put it there.
Because beef production is also.
We plan on having a feedlot, which will be in Luwero. But also in our future plans, we plan on having a bigger structure for over 200 animals here. We plan on having a processing plant for starting to make yogurt. We want to make yogurt, make cheese, make butter. We also want to do a lot of value addition.
Value addition, yes.
Yes, we want to do a lot of that's in our future. That's one of the things in our actually immediate plans you're looking into. Doing a lot of value addition. Also want to do value addition on coffee. Want to do value addition on many things. But also want to do feed processing. We want to start up doing feed processing where one can come and buy supplements from here. Yes. So we are looking at that.
Now, you know, in animal production, in cattle, especially, it takes only 9 months to give birth or to give a calf.
Yes.
Is it the same story with this type of this breed?
Yes.
9.
Yes, it's standard.
Okay, wonderful. Yes. So, viewers, I think this is the right venture. As you're seeing here, the farmer is having many animals, some even one animal, but if you look at their comfort, they live like human beings. So whenever you're starting this kind of business, you should think about structuring. Structure is so paramount because these animals are also like human beings. They have life, they have each and everything. The way you feel like living, that's why they are given feeds which are mixed, which are balanced. So just to have good life. So I thank you for watching us. Let us end here with this episode, and I believe maybe the farmer is going to take us again to a different section, which is crop production and specifically banana growing, because many of you have been asking me about bananas. So it's where we are going now. So thank you for watching us. Have a wonderful day. Maybe if you have anything to the farmers.
To people, I want to talk to more so to the people who want to venture into businesses like this farming. Yes. I know farming is especially dealing with animals. You're dealing with things that have living things, so it is a tricky business. Yes. But I want to tell you that you can start small. We didn't start from here. We started with a few animals, but with time, as you learn, you can improve and have a farm that you desire. When you see side farm out there, it didn't start as a big farm. Yes. Started small, so you can start with what you have. You can start with your savings you have. Those few savings as on your job, you can start by starting, as long as you have the passion. Buy a cow, buy a goat, that's how you can start, and in the next years, you can be the next side farm also.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Yes.